do need your mat or a comfortable something underneath you, so you're comfortable. And we're going to start by lying down on our backs today, so nice and easy. Probably do this from your bed if I'm honest with you. So bringing yourself down and coming down to lie on your back. So I'm going to try and stay in the Instagram screen, those following on Instagram. So we've got a neutral position with Pilates, so a natural curve into the spine, so try not to tilt or tuck. We're pulling the belly button in, lifting the muscles of the pelvic floor, scooping and hollowing everything through the core. Feet hip width apart. We're trying not to allow the knees to roll in or out, so I want you to imagine that you've got 2 glasses of water onto your knees, so they're not rocking in and out. You don't want to spill any of that water. And then that engagement of the core, pull your belly button in, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. So imagine you're doing up a tight pair of jeans, scooping everything in and up. Ooh, that sounds quite loud. I'm going to check the music, if it's okay or not. Take it down a tad. So imagine you're doing up a tight pair of jeans, but you can still breathe easy. It's all those internal muscles that are engaging. So we're going to start nice and basic, nice and easy. You're going to flex the feet so the toes are up towards the ceiling. Scoop the tummy muscles and slide one leg out and along the floor, making sure the back isn't arching. Breathing and bringing that leg back in. Using those core muscles, making sure the back isn't arching. So we're not lifting up and away from the mat. You're scooping, tucking under, bringing the leg back in. And again, take it out. Scoop the tummy muscles, pull the belly button in and up, bringing that leg back in. All those lower abdominals are working here. So nice and basic. Now I really want you to control every movement that we do in this 10-minute session. If you're just simply kind of sliding the leg out, you're not activating anything, your pelvis is moving. So I want you to really focus on pushing away out and along the floor, scooping the tummy muscles, finding the leg, and then bringing it back in. And if you're finding that the back is arching and lifted up off the mat, then maybe not going out as far, just keeping a slight bend into your knee so you can push out to where you can, bringing that leg back in and using those core muscles. Hands down by your side, we're going to activate and stretch and go with the opposite arm to the leg. So as the leg slides out and away, the arm comes up above your head. Bringing the arm back down, placing the arm back down by your side. Trying to synchronize the movement of the arm and the leg. So as the arm goes above the head towards the floor, the leg is moving exactly the same pace and rate. So they both reach their destinations at the same time. Use the core to synchronize and keep a strong foundation. Using those core muscles, bring it in. Breathe. We're going to go for a couple more times. Now if you want to progress this one, you can start in a slightly different position. So again, use the core muscles, scoop the tummy muscles, legs into a 90-degree position. Extend, reaching opposite arm and leg, or just the leg if you want to. Come back to that neutral position and make sure the back doesn't arch. So you're lengthening and stretching away from a strong foundation. But again, if you feel like you're arching your back or it's getting a bit uncontrolled, bring yourself back here. I'm going to do a nice slow 10 count. You're going to keep going with the variation that suits you. Keep using those core muscles. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, finish off your last repetition. Again, using those core muscles and release. Up the knee stretch, find your rest position that works for you, and then come back down to a neutral position. Pull the belly button in, take your arms wider down by your side, and we're taking those knees over to one side. Lift the hip, Lift the waist, shoulder blade stays down, scoop through those core muscles. Gradually bring it through center and switch. Knees go over, lift the hip, lift the waist, focus on that rotation. Everything comes from the core muscles. So I want you to think about engaging first and then making those movements with the legs. So everything comes from the core, everything initiates from that strong center and that strong foundation. Lifting the hip, lifting the waist. So this is your first variation, a really nice one for the morning. Really gets the body moving, rotating, stretching, good for mobility. But if you're looking for something a little bit more challenging, again, bring those legs up to that 90-degree position, squeeze the knees, and again, taking those knees over to one side, making sure we're not kind of flopping down and lifting the shoulder blades. Everything is controlled through the core. So you're breathing in, you're scooping those tummy muscles, going over towards the side, coming through center. Again, I'm going to go with that 10 counts. 9, keep going at your own pace, and again, if you want to, place the feet down onto the mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, finish your last repetition, come back into the center. Again, stretch or hug the knees, find a position that works for you to rest out of that. And we're going to come around onto all fours for your next position. So take your time, bringing yourself round so your knees are below your hips, your hands are below the shoulders. We're pulling the belly button in, keeping the core engaged, and you're lengthening. Out and away from the strong line. Now we're going to keep the hand and the foot close to the floor for our first few repetitions. I want you to focus on the length of the position and then gradually bring it back to neutral, scooping through the core. So you're lengthening out, reach through the fingertip, reach through the toe, scoop the tummy muscles, bring it back in, find your neutral position. Take it out, stretch, reach, bring it in, back to neutral. Keep it going, extend, stretch, bringing it in, find your neutral position, and again, take it out, scoop through the core, reach out and away, bring it back in. Now if you're feeling confident there, you're not shifting too much. Focus on the length, lift up. So again, your length takes you into a natural lift when it comes to this one. So you're lengthening out from a strong center, stretch out and away, bringing it in, releasing back the same way. A couple more times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on your next one, let's hold the position. Reach and extend, core nicely engaged, holding here. 4, 3, elbow to knee, bringing it in. They don't have to touch, but you're lengthening out to a strong center. Scoop through the tummy muscles and out. 2 more times, scooping in and out. 1 more time, in and out. Releasing down, switching sides, scoop the tummy muscles, lengthen, extend, and hold. So again, pulling in and up, finding the length through the fingertips, through the toes, breathing and holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow and knee. Scoop the tummy muscles in, extend. Use the core, driving in, extending out. give yourself a round of applause.